Hi everyone, it's Terry here sharing another process video for Peartree Cutfiles, and I'm using the Star Rainbow cut file for this page. And I pulled out this background paper from the Ready Set Go collection. It's an older one by Amy Tangerine, and I'm just kind of drawing around it on the background because I want to add paint in those areas. I have prepped my background with clear gesso and let it dry before I started. I've pulled out this quote from Maya Angelou that says, "Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud," and I want to use that as my title. I've pulled out my acrylic paints by Dina Wakley, and I'm just going to add each colour in the kind of rainbow, following those pencil lines that I've just drawn. So you can't really see the pencil lines on the video, but I could see them when I was painting. So I'm going along the rainbow, and I'm adding extra paint at the bottom so that I can get drips later. So I'm going along the traditional red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and like I said, adding extra dots of paint at the bottom so that I can spritz it in shortly and get those beautiful drips happening. So now I've finished my outline, what I want to do is try and get each section to drip. So I'm adding lots of water with my Tim Holtz water spray. So I'm just adding the water, and then I've lifted my layout up vertically, and I'm just trying to manipulate it to drip down the page. It just takes a bit of playing around with to get it to do that. But because I've gessoed the page, it's pretty forgiving, and you can wipe things off and play around with things if you don't quite get them to do what you want. So I'm pretty happy with how it is now, and I'm just going to pop it to one side to dry. And once it's dried, I can then overlay that cut file, and you'll see all the colours of the rainbow in each of the stripes, and then under the cut file you've got all the dribbles, or as one of my fellow DT members calls it bleeding rainbows. So I've not really heard that term before. So I have also used the little stars from inside the cut file, and I've painted them in Penny, which is like a metallic copper colour acrylic paint. So I'm just adding those in, and you will see on the left hand side that there is a star without one, but I do rectify that later on in the process. I obviously just missed it at this point in time. So I'm just adding this little photo of me and my little cat to some vellum. I don't want to use too much patterned paper because I really want the focus to be on the big bold title that I'm going to use. So I've pulled out some more Amy Tangerine pattern ephemera, so a sticker sheet and ephemera pack from older collections. I think they could have been last year and the year before, and they've got kind of rainbows in them and all positive vibes. So I just looked at what was in there that I might be able to use. For my title, I want to use that quote, so I need quite a lot of alphabets. So I'm just going through my different alphabets, looking at what I've got, what colours, what fonts, and I would have really liked to have used this font for the rainbow word. It's from the Chamel Box of Crayons collection, but unfortunately haven't got all the right letters for rainbow. So I do pull out the word cloud, but I don't end up using it because it just doesn't look right. But I do use this shimmery alpha for the word rainbow, and it does look pretty good there, but it's still not quite right. My idea in my head was that I wanted to use rainbow colours for the word rainbow to kind of symbolise what was happening, what I meant. So I pull out 2 different options there, and then decide that I want the colour. But you do see that I do pull out that shimmery alpha to use for the someone word. And I'm glad I switched to the big, bold, coloured rainbow alpha. This is, I think, from an older Paige Evans collection. And I'm really happy with how it all turned out in the end. It just takes a little bit of working out the placement of things so that you can get things lined up how you want them. Particularly when you're using different sized alphabets, do you have stuff all on one bottom line, or you just have to see how it looks. So I actually pulled out some white alpha for the cloud because I thought there's quite a lot of white in the cut file. So I wanted to pull in a bit more white, and obviously clouds generally are white unless they're rain clouds, but it seems as we're going for rainbows. I didn't want to add too much dark to the layout. So I've just got that strip of rainbow hearts that I'm going to put at the bottom, and then I'm looking at what other things I can add. So I've got this rainbow puffy sticker embellishment, and I've pulled out some glittery star enamel dots that are also from the Box of Crayons collection. I'm just adding them in and around the areas where I've got embellishment. I tried to do a bit of a colour, like tone on tone colour with them, but because I'd only got a few colours left, I've just kind of gone with what I could. And I'm just adding, I'd got 2 leftover stars from those coppery ones, so I've added them to the bottom. Thanks for joining me over on YouTube today. Check out all the fab links in the description for much more inspiration from the rest of the team, and where you can find these brilliant cut files. Bye!